It's a proud moment for every Marlabian present here to be part of the official inauguration of our new facility at InfoPark. Our entry into this prestigious campus certainly denotes the growth and competency of Marlabs Kochi team. On this auspicious occasion, let me welcome our distinguished guest, Mr. Vijay Kurian, Managing Director of Kochi International Airport Limited and Additional Chief Secretary to the Government of Kerala. Dr. V.A. Joseph, ex-Managing Director and CEO South Indian Bank. Mr. Alfie Francis, Senior HR Head at Catholic Stream Bank. Mr. Sibi Vadakekara, Founder, Chairman and CEO of Marlabs. Mr. Salir Ravindran, Chief Financial Officer. Ms. Rama Devi, Senior Vice President and Global HR Head. Mr. Jimmy Varghese, Associate Vice President and Kochi Center Head. Warm welcome to you all. We'll now be playing a short video that will take us through the journey of Marlabs.
Honorable Mr. Vijay Kurian, Dr. V.A. Joseph, Mr. Alfie Francis, Sibi Vadakekara, fellow Marlabians, and all other guests. Welcome to the inauguration of our new Kochi campus and innovation studio. Marlabs, as some of you already know, is a digital transformation company that helps its clients in their digital journeys. We are investing in many next-gen technologies like machine learning, blockchain, IoT, Salesforce, etc. to serve our clients. We focus on continuous innovation within Marlabs and are aggressively expanding our R&D capabilities as well as frameworks to drive profitable growth. In this quest of enabling digital transformation, Marlabs has been aggressively expanding its capacity globally, and expansion in Kochi is an integral part of that strategy and also an integral part of our innovation program in segments like IoT, mobility, analytics, etc. We are extremely happy with the talent available here and are confident of delivering higher value to our global customers with our expanded digital capabilities from this region. Kochi has all the right elements to become the next big R&D hub for the industry, and I look forward to this center being a key contributor to Marlabs' growth in 2018 and beyond. I sincerely believe that this center will play a key role in achieving our goals. With that, I would now like to introduce and welcome the guests of honor. We have with us Mr. Vijay Kurian, a very familiar name for all Keralites. He is the Managing Director of Kochi International Airport and the Additional Chief Secretary to the Government of Kerala. Under his leadership, the airport won the distinction of being the world's first solar-powered airport. That's something we're very proud of. In fact, I have cited this many times when we meet the American clients and other investors. We tell that Kochi is the first airport. So thanks to you, sir, for that. He has a master's degree in economics from St. Stephen's College, Delhi, and joined Kerala cadre of the IAS in 1983. He has held various positions in the bureaucracy, and notably he has been the managing director of Aushadhi, a state-run pharma company, chairman of the Spices Board, and MD of Roads and Bridges Corporation. Mr. Kurian was also district collector of Ernakulam, where he was instrumental in setting up the first public-private partnership airport of India, the Kochi International Airport. He has had 3 terms as the MD of CIA. Welcome, sir. I would also like to welcome Siddhi Patakekara, our founder, chairman, and CEO of Marlabs. Under Siddhi's leadership, the company has grown from a 3-employee startup to nearly 3,000 employees globally and over 130 million in revenues. Siddhi was the outstanding Entrepreneur of the Year finalist and the sole inductee in the Inc. 500 Hall of Fame for being the fastest growing privately held companies in the United States. Fortune Small Business Magazine and Winning Workplaces conferred him with the Best Boss Distinguished Finalist Award. He is ranked among outstanding 50 Asian Americans in business in the United States. Siddhi holds a master's degree in engineering from Texas Tech University and a bachelor's degree in engineering from College of Engineering, Toronto. He is also an alumnus of Harvard Business School. He is also a mentor and digital advisor for Columbia's Executive Master's Program in Technology Management. We are also happy to have amongst us Dr. V.A. Joseph, ex-MD and CEO South Indian Bank, and Mr. Alfie Francis, who is a senior HR head at Catholic Syrian Bank. Thank you and welcome for all of you. I would also like to thank Dr. Joseph for helping us invite Mr. Kurian to this function. I once again, on behalf of Marlabs and in my own personal behalf, would like to extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries, other guests, and my dear fellow Marlabians to the inauguration of our new campus. I'm sure this will be a significant milestone in the journey that Marlabs has embarked upon. Thank you.
Now let's listen to the leader behind the success and growth of Marlabs, our CEO, Siddhi Patakekara.
So it's a great privilege and honor to be here this morning and welcome Mr. Kurian to inaugurate our small but fast-growing facility here in Kochi. And I just take this opportunity to thank each one of you and the teams from HR, Finance, and our admin who make this happen. So when we talked about inaugurating this facility, a lot of ideas came together, and one of the themes that all of you put forward was we need someone who can be an inspiration for all of us. So the jury was, don't invite any politicians or religious leaders or any of those folks, but invite someone whom we can look up to and who also made an impact for the society, for the business and our lives. So I'll talk about one of my personal stories. I went to US as a student to pursue my master's in engineering. In the old days when I used to come to Bangalore and then in order to visit Trivandrum, where my parents lived, it took a day. From Bangalore airport, there was one Indian Airlines or Air India flight which took passengers to Trivandrum, stopping here in Kochi. And you wasted almost a day to get there. And my vivid memory is that there was one flight, hardly 5 or 6 passengers, and that flight happened to carry, I believe it was Sonia Gandhi. So it took 2 days for me to, because of the delays, and she showed up late and there were like 5 passengers in that flight. So Mr. Korean transformed that. He changed our lives in such a way that we are a lot more connected, and Kochi as a city and Kerala as a state is in the global map of commerce. So I thank you, Mr. Korean, for that impact. And we are thrilled to have you here. If you define a leader, there are 2 things that that comes to your mind. One is the value that he or she provided, and second is the impact. And in both these dimensions, Korean did a tremendous job in changing the state, and all of us should be proud about being the first airport in the whole globe to run on solar energy. So it is true innovation, it's true transformation, and anything he touches, he turns into gold. It's not just the ideas, but the execution as well. So one thing we all need to learn from him, ideas are great, but eventually execution matters. If you can get it done, none of these ideas, doesn't make any sense. But he proved, I'm thinking, going back 20 years, how he did that. He had investors from all over the world with different agendas. He had politicians of all kinds of crookedness and convoluted ideas, and he worked through that. And he had employees, and he also needed to acquire the land to make this mission possible. So you're handling different folks with different agendas and still creating an outcome that transforms our lives. So once again, Mr. Korean, I thank you for that. And we are proud of it, and we are proud to be part of your Cochin city dream and contributing in a smaller way from here at Marlabs. So I just want to take a couple of minutes to address our journey and where we are going, and obviously your impact. One of the most interesting data points that all of you need to remember is that there are 7+ billion people on this planet. However, there are only 19 million developers today. So with digital, these 19 million engineers or developers are transforming the whole world, or 7+ billion people. So the impact of each one of you is so huge, you don't realize. If you're a musician or if you are a sports person, you enjoy the rewards right away. Either you win or you see the impact right away. As technologists, you don't see the impact for 10, 15 years. So you just need to believe in yourself and the impact you are making, and just be part of the journey to enjoy and embrace the success that you're bringing together in this digital journey. Our mission on the next 5 years or so of digital journey, I'll try to explain it in few sentences. The theme or the thinking behind it is, if you have a $500 phone that is so smart, how come your home is not smart enough? How come your factories are not smart enough? How come your car is not smart enough? So you can see the impact of digital in the next 5 years. Software is pervasive, tech is going all over the place, opportunities are huge. There is unbelievable amount of business model shifts happening with the penetration of technology today. And each one of you play a vital role in making that happen. The other trend that we see is the connectivity improvements all over the world. With the advent of 5G, every device will get connected, every human beings will get connected, every cars will get connected, every planes will get connected. So the power of that network is trillions and trillions of dollars. So assume you have 2 fax machines and those are connected. The value of that network is minuscule because there are only two points to connect. But when billions of points are connected, the value of that exchange is in trillions of dollars. So keep that in mind. Look at business models, use cases, compelling transformational changes you see in the market and capture those. That's your future. I just want to thank each one of you today for being here and helping us through the journey. The reason for this IoT studio here in Kochi, what we started a few years back, is something to nurture talent. We hire, most of the companies hire based on education and experience, but we believe in giving a chance for everyone. So we don't just hire from IITs or IIMs and so forth, but we believe there is tremendous amount of hidden talent in a city like Kochi whom we can nurture and groom. And we hope that you also will become part of attracting the talent, nurturing them, and be part of this wonderful journey that we are embarking upon. Thanks again. Have a fantastic afternoon, and I thank our chief guest and my brother, Dr. Joseph, for facilitating this. And once again, thank you.
Thank you, Sibi. Our honorable chief guest, Mr. Vijay Kurian, created many success stories through his commitment, dedication, and visionary leadership. There's no other leader more apt than him to inaugurate our new journey to success. So, with great joy and gratitude, we invite you to please come on stage and light the lamp.
Mr. Alfie, friends from the Marlabs, young bright faces of the lab also. I think I'm certainly not prepared for a speech because Mr. Joseph never told me that I have to deliver a speech. In fact, he told me that you have to just come and cut the ribbon, that's it. Anyway, I must thank all of you, especially Mr. Joseph and Mr. Sibi, for inviting me to this function, and especially for the kind words they have showered on me. I think I really don't deserve that sort of a praise from all of you, because it has been a collective effort. The Kochi International Airport has been a collective effort, like what Sibi did in 1996, small journey with 3 persons into 3,000 people. Similarly, we started our journey with me as a simple employee in 1993, and I think CL holds about 550 own employees, but we have almost 8,000 people working in that airport today. Probably we must be one of the, in a single place, we must be one of the largest employer in the state as of today. Probably we hope to provide more employment to people, make travel as simpler, as efficient as possible in the days to come. And extremely happy that it has been a collective effort. Any success of any enterprise, any organization has been the outcome of collective wisdom, collective efforts, and finally looking for a single goal of trying to achieve whatever you aim for. And I think Marlabs has been extremely successful in doing it. Because whatever little, I am very poor in this sort of technology. We all belong to the old school of thought. But I was quite impressed by your lab there, where what technology can bring in. I think certainly deserves all praise for all whatever little work you have been doing there, and I must congratulate the young people who have been doing those sort of software development. Because as old people we have been told is that the software industry is in the downhill, things are going to be more difficult. But after saying whatever those things which they have explained to me, I feel very confident technology is going to make our lives much more simpler, much more, networked actually, as Mr. Sibi was just mentioning. It's going to be a great network. Probably, I don't know, as a person of the old school of thought, I feel a little scared because whatever moments I do, whatever I do, the technology and others will come to know of it. I don't know how much privacy would be there. In any case, that's the way the world has become so far. In fact, if you really look at it, I mean, whatever little I know of the technology, earlier we used to have a music player, we used to have a radio, we used to have calculators, what have you. And today, with that small little smartphone you have the music system, you have the calculator, you have the alarm clock, and you have the telephone, what have you. And if you look at it, I've seen my children doing it. Earlier they used to talk about the desktop, then it came to laptop, tab, and now everything is being done on a iPhone or what have you. So for me, it's very difficult to comprehend the same changes in the technology which has been brought in. This is the way the world is going to be. And you're going to be part of a great journey Marlabs is going to take. We are very proud and happy that Mr. Sibi has been able to start a center in Kochi. And it's going to be almost 150 people to start with, I've been told. I hope it really becomes maybe like you have 3,000, with the 3,000 number coming in Kochi, that's what I wish and pray for. And to make a small mention about the Kochi International Airport, I just mentioned that we started in 1993, and we have really grown, as Mr. Sibi was mentioning, about the one flight from Bangalore to Trivandrum. Today we are connected to Bangalore by 16 flights a day, and it's going to be 20 I think by August. It will be 20 flights a day from here to Kochi, to Bangalore, and we have connected into Delhi by 13 flights a day, and direct flight, and another 5 flights indirectly, that is through Bangalore or Hyderabad and what have you. So we have been very, very lucky. I would put it that word, very, very lucky. We have took the decision to build an airport at the right time, and we were there at the right place, and God's speed, I mean, we have been quite lucky in doing it. We built an airport with just 300 crores as the total investment. You can make a comparison. The new Delhi airport, the new terminal was built with almost 13,000 crores. And we built a new terminal at less than 850 crores. So not a very strict comparison, but we have been able to keep the cost as low as possible. We have made the lives of the people in and around the airport a meaningful one. As I said, we have 8,000 people working there. If you take a taxi out of Kochi International Airport, be rest assured that owner of that car or the driver would be a person who has lost his land or a house. We evicted about 822 people to make this airport a reality. And that was from 3,800 landowners, but 822 houses were there. All of them are working with the Kochi International Airport today. If you take a taxi out, be rest assured, he is a person who has lost his house or a land. So we have been able to take care of the people who sacrifice their houses, their land for the sake of the airport. So that way we have been quite, we would say that we have been quite lucky to be there doing a great service to the state and the nation. Like the solar airport project, it has been something which just came to my mind and ably executed by the staff or the persons who work with me. I always believe it's a team which really makes it. What I find, as Mr. Sivi was mentioning, you can have ideas, but it has to be implemented also, which my own colleagues have been instrumental in doing it in the best possible manner at the cheapest cost possible. So we built, just to make a comparison, we built the total solar project of 12.5 megawatts at less than 60 crores. And even as late as you have had, and the second phase, we have actually added another 12 more megawatts, which we spent just about 4.5 crores per megawatt. A comparison with the Kochi Metro, they are spending 5.25 crores. So just a question, how good we are at bargaining, how we try to keep the cost as low as possible. That's where the company is doing extremely well. We have cumulative dividend payout of the company is to the tune of 204%. That is, Kerala government invested 100 crores, we have given them 204 crores as dividend alone, apart from the assets they are still retaining. So that way, we have been fair to the landowners, we have been fair to our employees, and we have been fair to our shareholders also. So we still hope to do much better. Probably we make a profit about 60 lakhs a day, net profit, every day. So whenever people, especially the employees, keep saying that you need to spend more, I've been little miserly in my expenditures part, but we have been doing extremely, our employees are one of the best paid in the state as of today. So that way, we have been able to keep every stakeholder as happy as possible. Mr. Sivi was mentioning about the politicians. When you're a good bureaucrat, spending more than 35 years, you become a good politician also. As long as you have sincerity and public welfare as your prime motive, without any other selfish interest, without indulging in any corruption, no politicians will touch you. They will have the best of regard for you, they respect you. You can work with any politician. I have worked with 5 chief ministers so far. I have had excellent relationship with them. Only thing is that you are very firm, saying that no, something which you say with a smiling face, saying that it just can't be done. So I think they also take it in the right spirit. Understand until you have some other vested interest or some other selfish motive behind you. So I think that Mr. Sivi also worked with in Kerala for some more time. You also will become a good politician. You will learn how to do the work. So, and no politicians, politicians are not that bad people. You have some of the most intelligent people among them. Some of the most honest people also. But generally the perception of a politician has been not very great. But let me tell you, some of these politicians are extremely intelligent. Like a person like Umajani. I thought he would be the best, he would be the best person, the most intelligent person I have ever seen in my life. So quick in his uptake, excellent memory, and somehow things did work well, that's it. But you have some of the excellent, like a person like A.K. and me, one of the most honest person you can ever meet in this world. But things, the general perception about the politicians have been not that great. There are excellent people, intelligent people, extremely honest. The present chief minister or the previous chief minister, some of them are extremely good decision maker. Only thing is that the bureaucrats haven't really listened to the occasion to make it a deliverable product. In any case, I think I should not keep you long for long. I've stopped enough and more. Let me wish you the very best. We hope to have this from 3,000 to 30,000 in the next 10 years' time. Thank you so much and wish you well.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experiences with Kochi International Airport and for your encouraging words. I now invite Jenny Varghese, AVP and Center Head Kochi, to deliver the vote of thanks.
So today is a very good day for us. So our facility is officially inaugurated by one of the greatest innovators in our state. So we actually take pride in being called Marlabs Kochi Center and an innovation hub, right? So he's the best person to have done this task, and we are very thankful to you, sir. And we also had his experience in turning something which is beneficial for everybody surrounding it, right from the landowners who lost the land and the employees and everybody associated with that actually. So that is the way we should also develop our center. So it should be beneficial for everybody surrounding us, the customers first and foremost, and the management, the employees, everybody who are associated with us, the support staff. So that is the spirit we should take forward. So I would count two things from the presence of Mr. Vijay Kurian IAS. So one thing is the innovative mindset, and the second thing is the inclusion of everybody surrounding us and taking them together in our success. Thank you, sir. Thank you for visiting us. And I would like to thank Dr. V.A. Joseph for helping us and supporting us in by bringing Mr. Vijay Kurian here. And thanks a lot to Alfie sir also. And now, thanks a lot to CB for visiting us. So it had been a while since CB visited us. So and thanks for taking your time during your hectic visit to India. So thanks for visiting us. Thanks for organizing this function. And CB had been an inspiration for all of us. Like apart from being the CEO, he's very technology oriented also. So that way he is supporting our center and our innovation ideas very much. So thank you, CB. And we had a lot of help from Salil, who is our CFO. Salil is also having a soft corner for us, I hope, because he is also from Kochi. And so apart from being a finance person, he is also very technology oriented person. So it is again auguring well for us in our quest to be the prime innovation hub within the Marlabs. Thank you, Salil, for visiting us and arranging this function at short notice. And we have Rema and Rema's team, Yashika and Tinu here. So they had been always supporting us, the Kochi team. And thank you, Rema, thank you, Yashika and Tinu. And we expect that you will continue your support, or rather we will demand. Thank you very much, Rema. And we had the support from Surya and the admin team and the support staff for making this function possible at the shortest notice. So in fact, we started yesterday morning around 11 o'clock and we organized everything and we made it a success. And finally, a big thanks to all of you. So it's not only about the function actually. So we started small in a few years back in Kochi, and we made our mark within the company and across the customers. So in fact, we are demonstrating to Mr. Kurian in the lab. So Jojit and Arun, they gave excellent presentation. So we are talking about the kind of life-changing things we are doing. So the digital innovations we are doing for one of the largest airline carriers and one of the largest life sciences company in the world. So if this small center in the southernmost corner of India, if we are able to do that, it is because of your hard work and your dedication, we are able to do that. So let's continue this. Let's make this center a big success and let's grow the success like Mr. Kurian sir was telling us, like, let's make it 3,000. That is our next target. I have already discussed Salil and CB for 3,000 member facility. Thank you. Thank you all.
That marked the end of our inaugural function. Thank you.